Hi everyone, it's Erin from the Herrick District Library here to share another baby story time with you. This story time is designed for those of us who are expecting babies in our lives through about 18 months. Grown-ups, if we are around that 18 months age, you might want to check out our toddler story times. Those are a little more self-directed, whereas this is going to be a lot about working together, the two of you. Sometimes our babies don't want to sit with us when we are ready to do this, and that's just fine. We want to make sure that we respect our babies and what their needs are and what their wants are. So I encourage you to hang out with me. This is only going to be about 10 minutes or so, and I'll hopefully just give you some rhymes and some songs that you can use with your baby throughout your day to sort of advance that early literacy work that's so important to sort of lay the groundwork. It's the first step in getting ready to read. So let's start with our first rhyme. We recently did some rhymes where we were talking about how learning about the space that we're in and where our bodies end and others begin. This is another rhyme that's really helpful for that. It's also really helpful for rhythm, developing a sense of rhythm. And it's really great because we have to stop. And that's a great sort of introduction to the idea of we're doing an action and then we stop. This is to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. This is one where if we're little and we can have them on their backs on the floor in front of us, they can be sitting, they can be standing, they can be on our laps, on our knees. There's lots of different ways to do this one. So here's how this one goes. I'm going to imagine that they're on their backs in front of me, and we're just going to very gently tap to start with on their toes. We're going to find your toes. Here we go. Put the beat on your toes, on your toes. Put the beat on your toes, on your toes. Put the beat on your toes, put the beat on your toes, put the beat on your toes, and then we stop. You want to make that stop pretty exaggerated, right? So that we're stopping and we're freezing and we're not gonna move anymore. Next, we'll put our beats on our tummies. We're just gonna do a little gentle tapping on our tummies. Put the beat on your tummy, on your tummy. Put the beat on your tummy, on your tummy. Put the beat on your tummy, put the beat on your tummy, put the beat on your tummy, and we stop. They'll think that's very silly. I have a feeling you'll get some giggles there when you stop. And we're gonna end. Let's do one more. Let's put the beat on our noses. Let's find our noses right there. Yeah, right there. Here we go. Put the beat on your nose, on your nose. Put the beat on your nose, on your nose. Put the beat on your nose, put the beat on your nose, put the beat on your nose, and then we stop. So you can obviously do that with lots of different body parts. We can do it with our knees, we can do it with our legs, we can do it with our elbows, we can do it with our arms, we can do it with our shoulders and our ears and our heads. Lots of different ways we can do that. So great one for body awareness, but again, it helps us identify where our body starts and where someone else's, where it ends and starts and someone else's space is. And that stop is a great introduction to to that idea of we're going to stop and then we're going to keep going. So for this next one, this is a finger play. So most likely they're not going to be able to do this with you, although for those of us who are a little bit older, I bet we can. But this is a great one, again, for that eye tracking. So when babies follow things in the air, like our hands or scarves, it develops the muscles and strengthens the muscles in their eyes, which they obviously need strong in order to read when they get older. So this is just a really silly one. And the other cool thing about this one is that it's about bees. So it's a good one that you can do if you're reading a story about bees or springtime or flowers. You can pull this one out. It's almost like a little story, which I also love. So to start, we're going to pretend that there are bees flying around, and then they're going to we're going to stop them. And then eventually we're going to make a hive with our hand, tuck that thumb right inside your fist. And then we're going to sort of sway our fists back and forth as we say our rhyme. And that's the part where they're going to be following your hand. They're also going to do it when we're making our B's at the beginning. But we're going to sway our hands back and forth. So here's how this one goes. Bzzz. 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 Oh. Bzzz. 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 Here is the beehive. Where are the bees? Hidden inside where nobody sees. Soon they'll come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, it's not that hard, but the idea is that they're going to be following your hand as you do this. We'll do this one more time. And also, when I do this, again, they can be on the floor, they can be sitting, they can be standing. I like to pretend that we're flying some bees over them, and we can give them some little tickles at the beginning too. Here we go. Bzzz. 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 Here is the beehive. Where are the bees? Hidden inside where nobody sees. Soon they'll come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grown-ups, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but you'll notice when we do some counting, we always like to start with our thumbs and then our pointer finger and then the next one. This actually strengthens the muscles, those first 3 fingers, the muscles in those fingers, which are the ones we really need strong to get that good grip on our writing utensils when we get ready to write. So that was, here is the beehive. I have one more rhyme that I want to share with you. This is one that I love. This is actually from a poetry book by Michael Rosen, who, I think it was Michael Rosen, I'm almost positive, who wrote Going on a Bear Hunt. And this, I love this because it is lots of nonsense words. And when we play with language, when we show that we can play with language, right, that helps us as well. That's a really great early literacy skill. This is another great one where we can be on our backs, we can be sitting, we can be standing, we can be on our laps, on our knees, on our legs. They definitely want to be facing you because they want to see your face. They love to see your face. So this one, we have a couple of different motions we're going to do. For tippy tappy, we're going to tap the bottoms of their feet, like the actual bottoms of their feet, which helps stimulate the little nerves in their feet that'll help them get ready to walk. So we're gonna tippy tappy tap tap tap, and then we're gonna sort of make our fingers talk at them like this, and then we're gonna stippy step. We're gonna sort of walk our fingers over their bodies, and then we're gonna pippy peppy pep. We're gonna sort of make those little legs go some bicycle motions. And then we're gonna bend one knee at a time, and then the other one, bend our legs back and forth. And then we're going to get up and we're going to hippy hoppy hop. We're going to hop like this. And then we're going to go yippee yuppie up. We're going to nod our heads like this. And then we're going to go ippy yuppie, up, up. And we're going to fly up in the air. So imagine you got baby on your lap, again, on the floor in front of you. They can be standing. They can be sitting. Sitting is absolutely fine if we're old enough, and hold those heads up nice and strong. So here's how this one goes. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy, tap, tap, tap. Nippy nappy, nippy nappy, nap, nap, nap. Stippy, steppy, stippy, steppy, step, step, step. Pippy, peppy, pippy, peppy, pep, pep, pep. Mippy, moppy, mippy, moppy, mop, mop, mop. Hippy, hoppy, hop, hop, hop. Yippee, yuppie, yippee, yuppie, yup, yup, yup. Ippy, uppy, up, up, up. And we'll go up in the air. So I know this seems like a complicated one. You don't, as always, you don't have to say these words the same way. You don't have to do the movements the same way. It's just a great example of how we can play with language and encouraging children to play with language and having them hear that you're playing with language is really, really great. So I think that's everything for today. I hope you had a great time and I hope that this was helpful and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.